Tell me what to do. Show me how to feel under your control. Everything is real.
Good day, and welcome to another episode of Amaranthine Comics. Today we have a very special guest with us, our very own Joseann. She's going to be assisting me in reviewing this comic that you see up, the SAV. I recently got this comic and it was a very interesting comic to read. So I asked Josie to join me in doing a review on this comic. Josie?
Okay, so thank you very much, Lady. Before we go into the review, I would like to first establish the type of reader that I am. That will give more context to the ultimate feedback that I will be giving for the South. So I am a more historical fiction fan. So I really enjoy fiction that has a nice historical background or base. So be it the plot, the conflict, people, the location, and all of that I really enjoy.
Just before Josie jumps into the content, just want to give a little synopsis on what this comic is about. As we get into the comic, we see a couple kids sit down with their grandfather. We presume the person to be the grandfather, sitting down around a campfire, and they're accustomed hearing stories and stuff, so it was time for bedtime. And, the youngest was begging Grandpa to tell them a story, to tell them the story about the SAV. Grandfather gets into telling the story, and from the looks of it, again, we can only presume that this is an American Indian family. And the SAV is actually the story of an American Indian from one of the tribes that was gifted with some supernatural power and begun fighting for his people.
Yeah.
Josie?
I believe it was the pagan Blackfeet. Right. So the backdrop of the story, what really drew me into the story was the dedication to all the Blackfeet pagan people. So the content of it, I found that it was really interesting as pagan people were moving, and as they were moving, apparently they were being hunted by the U.S. troops. So the content was really good. The artistic part of it, I don't know if you will agree, but I found that they superimposed art on top of the page. Right. So I'm not too sure that kind of was a little bit
As
confusing.
Josie was just saying, there are some elements here, like here, because it's not in color, a little captioning would be nice to know what is what, what we're looking at. The artwork generally is good, though at times it comes across as if the artist is trying to get through the comic as fast as possible. So you had a lot of blacks, a lot of loss of detail with no explanations, because the artist was trying to get you as much work as possible in, I guess, a short time frame. So you get a lot of details left out on backgrounds, or backgrounds with a lot of black in it. And when you're looking at a monochromatic comic, sometimes it's good to have a little extra explanation by way of captions, so that we could understand exactly what we're looking at in terms of the background, in terms of how things are falling into place. Overall, I would say the art was good. It was good. I give the art an overall 7 out of 10. Josie, what's your opinion on that?
I will say I will agree with you, but if we some of the panels, I found that on the first 2 pages, I saw that where the grandfather was going into the story. Right, this page. You see in his eyes below, It took me a while to figure out what exactly that was. I thought it was actually the root of a tree, but that didn't have a clearly defined panel. So I saw that a couple times in the artwork, and it kind of threw off the reading a little bit because you actually have to really focus too much to really determine what is actually there. But I agree with you, the artwork is good, and I actually love black and white. So this was a really interesting at the beginning, the background of the story really drew me in, and right. So, what I got from the storyline is that a different narrative to the outcome of the pagan people. So, by introducing the SAV, he basically came to avenge. Right, so I think the storyline was really good. It added a lot of different elements to the historical facts of the origin, what happened to the tribe. So I definitely think that the content was good, and the background of the story, the comic added a lot of context as well.
I would agree with you 100% there. I enjoyed this story for multiple reasons. One of the reasons I enjoyed this story is that it gave a really nice lead up to how the SAV became the SAV, one, as well as two, it was refreshing to see a story, a comic book story in particular, that didn't feature people running around in tights, people with capes, people with, blasting lasers out the eyes or anything like that. I mean, it was a really refreshing take on a
what
comic
I really
book superhero.
appreciated with this as well is his transition from 1870, I believe, and his transition to present day. So you actually saw the SAV adapting to his environment, which was really so this good. I actually really enjoyed this story.
Yes. I mean, this was truly a wonderful story, a very interesting story. Though a bit of contrast here. Now, I must reiterate, I did enjoy the story, though there were a few elements that had me thinking this was a cross between Brave Star, if people could remember Brave Star. Come to this part here, this little scene here reminded me so much of Brave Star, where, he had the eyesight of an eagle, wisdom of an owl, strength of a buffalo. I mean, it's just slightly different to the things that Brave Star had. But, the coming together of right, the animals of nature into his being his superpower.
Yes,
but all in all, this is how the SAV was born, and it was a really, really good story. So in terms of story, I would give it 8.5 out of 10.
I would agree with that as well.
Again, going back to this very same page that we're on here, many would say that these last 3 panels are reminiscent of Wolverine, because the sniff, Wolverine is always doing that. The gritting of the teeth, again, is something Wolverine will do. And then that very last panel where he's running away with his hands down, Wolverine is always pictured running like that. So,
and with him taking the rib of the bear and putting it as claws. Yeah.
It's like, I mean, some may say it's
many things. It's a combination of many things.
Dialogue I found was good. It was very relatable, and as the story was being told, it almost felt as if you got immersed into the story because of how the dialogue was being told. I mean, it started off with Grandpa telling his grandchildren the story of the SAV, and you felt in this as if you were part of those children being told the story, and you could feel how they would feel being told this very story of the SAV. What's your take on that, Jose?
the dialogue, it was good. And I guess it was intentionally done where we really didn't have a lot of dialogue. We had a lot of just panels to view, and it led us into the next conversation. So I actually like that. It kind of built up the suspense a bit for what is actually gonna be what will be
All
discussed
in all, I would
next.
say the dialogue, I will give the dialogue again an 8.5 out of 10. Based on all what we discussed, looking at an overall rating of 24 out of 30, which is an overall score of 8 out of 10. And I mean, I have issue 2. I am definitely going to be reading issue 2 because it was a series that the person had. And I'm definitely going to get into issue 2. And maybe if Josie's up to it, we'll do another review on issue 2 as well. That's our review on the SAV, a very interesting book. Highly recommended that you take a read of the SAV.
Yes, the SAV.
All right. So you all take care, and thanks again for joining us on this episode of Amarantine Comics. And as we always say, when we end, Nia Yabure Haina Mipaka, a free mind has no limits.
So hit me. So hit me.